Alright, today's pet spotlight will be on the Emerald Proto Whelp. Emerald Proto Whelp he's actually really good for beating the legendary pets over in the Tannan jungle, because he's able to just survive for so long. In PvP, he's a decent tier 2 pet. He's not the best in today's meta of just destroying your backline pets and ignoring the frontline one. If you want to use him in like a Sunlight team, well, Sunlight teams don't really need him either because they're good enough on their own. But I mean, he works fine in one because that's a good way to actually give it damage. Anyways, where do you get these guys? Well, you can actually find them out in the wild in Shoalsar Basin. I'll put like a little video of it of where they're at, or a little screen grab of them. Anyways, Emerald Proto Whelp. Why is he so good? Well, for one, his power type has 341 attack power, which is really high. And he has 2 heals on 2 separate tiers, which means he's able to heal up for quite a bit, because heals in Pet Battle scale off your attack power, and since he hits really hard, that means his heals heal for more than normal. So you can put him on a heal team or just put him in a regular team that you think you need a healer on. He's just a really good healer who can also hit really hard in return. So he's like a defensive tank who's able to dish out lots of damage while at the same time healing up a lot of damage. So you would think that'd be really good, but like, it's okay, but there's so many pets that are just way better than him. Way better than a pet that has really good healing and damage. That should tell you just how overpowered some other pets are in the game right now. The fact that a guy who's able to hit really hard and heal for a crap ton isn't that good compared to them. He is still really good nonetheless though, and like I said, the Tannin dailies, and I'll probably show one of those in a little bit. So, now that you know where to get him, what about his movesets that make him so good? Well, for his first slot, they're both basic attacks. They both do the exact same thing, it's just they're different types of damage. Usually Emerald Bite's the better choice because you run into a crap ton of undead pets, and Breath does less damage to undead pets. But in PvP, you also run into a crap ton of, well, mechanical pets, and Emerald Bite does less damage to mechanical, so it's really like choose your poison. I usually choose Emerald Bite because I run into more undead pets than I do mechanicals, but I do run into lots of mechanical pets too, so either one works in PvP. And then for his second slot, Ancient Blessing and Emerald Presence, both of these are good too. Emerald Presence, when you have this up, because Emerald Presence is like Shell Shield, like the Emperor Crab, a tier 1 pet. He takes 0 dot damage because of his Shell Shield combined with his inflated attack power value and his aquatic racial. Makes him basically immune to dot damage. That isn't like Curse of Doom, and even Curse of Doom does a lot less damage to him. And Shell Shield scales off of attack power. Emperor Crab has more attack power than the Emerald Proto Whelp, but Emperor Crab's an exception. He has a crap ton of attack power compared to pets that have a lot of attack power. And his reduces damage by 90 from every hit. So he basically takes almost no damage from a lot of dots. There are still some that'll be able to hit him. And he takes very reduced damage from multi-hit abilities. 2 things you do see in PvP. So Emerald Presence is nice. Ancient Blessing's also just a really good heal. Heals you for 505 and also increases your team's health by 5 per level. A little extra health isn't really all that needed, but it's nice. It allows you to heal a little bit higher than your health is. And if you use Ancient Blessing right off the bat, it'll increase your health first and then heal you. So you can actually heal yourself from full health to just have higher health at the beginning of the match. If you want. It's actually fine because Ancient Blessing does have a pretty low cooldown. It's only 3 rounds. But Emerald Presence is also a totally viable option. They're both good. As for his last slot, usually you just take Emerald Dream. Proto Strike is basically a Liftoff. Liftoff, of course, being this ability right here where you go into the air and you're unattackable for 1 turn, and then you come down and do a lot of damage. Liftoff is more useful on pets that are fast. That way you can use it preemptively to dodge an ability. Emerald Proto Whelp is really slow. All of his breeds are slow. Even his power speed breed is pretty slow at only 273 speed. He would be able to outspeed some things, but you don't want to use anything but the power one because he's the one with a shit ton of attack power. He's the best. And, I mean, you can use Proto Strike. It's not a half bad ability, even if you're second, but it's not, you're not going to get its full use out of it unless you go first, where you can actually use it to preemptively dodge stuff. But with Emerald Dream, this is a unique heal. There's only a couple of pets in the game that have a heal like this. Basically, you fall asleep. On the first round, you get a tiny bit of health, only 180. Second round, you get 360. That's about the same amount of health as a basic attack. And then on the third turn, you get 722 health back. So that's more than an Ancient Blessing. If you throw up Emerald Presence and then just go into Emerald Dream, you're basically going to be able to survive like anything your opponent can throw at you, unless they one-shot you. Because that's just a lot of damage reduction and healing. Of course, you can always just, Ancient Blessing first, get above half health. You really want to use Emerald Dream when you're above half health, because if you use it below, it's not going to really benefit you that much, unless you know your opponent has no burst, and you'll be able to survive those couple turns, if you don't have Emerald Presence anyway. Because Emerald Dream, it doesn't do its big heal until the end, and the first two it does aren't very good. Its first heal is kind of bad. The second heal is good enough though, and the third heal is really good. So if you use Emerald Dream and it lasts the full duration, you're going to heal up to full health pretty much every time, because it's a ton of health that it gives back, even while your opponent's attacking you. And then you just Ancient Blessing after it, because it does last 3 turns. So you can Ancient Blessing and then Emerald Dream and then Ancient Blessing as soon as Emerald Dream ends. So he has tons of healing, and Emerald Dream only has a 5-round cooldown, so you basically just have to survive for those turns, in which case Ancient Blessing will be off cooldown again, and you can use that and then just attack while you do all the healing. So he's a really healing heavy pet. Now I'm going to show you him in battle, not in PvP, because PvP battles, I don't really like playing healing teams because those matches last for a long time, because you're basically just trying to poke them to death while you heal up for a crap ton. So instead I'm going to show you what he excels at, and that's fighting the Tannan legendaries. Alright, now let's show what Banzon is good at, what he's good for, basically. Oh wow, this is a bad positioning for this. First off, let me just kill the Fellsworn Sentry. Once he's dead, then the usefulness of Ban, or I should say the Emerald Proto Whelp. Probably shouldn't use his nickname while I'm doing this video, where it's basically a showcase of the pet itself. Alright, now let's go for a Howl. Will this be able to kill him? It might. Geyser does do a lot of damage. No, it wasn't. Wasn't enough to kill him, which means he's probably going to use Fell Corruption twice. Which is great. That'll give me more than enough time to show you just how good the Emerald Proto Whelp is at just surviving for a really long time. Alright, as soon as Corhound Pup dies, he's probably gonna die right here. Alright, Emerald Proto Whelp. Now I just need him to survive for 9 turns. The thing with the Tannan legendaries is that they give their backline pets Fell Corruption, which increases their damage by 50% and reduces the damage they take by 50%. So you can't really just burst them down. So the best way to beat them is to really just out-heal them. Just wait for their buff to go away. And Emerald Proto Whelp can do that in spades. He's the definition of a pet who's able to heal for a lot, while at the same time being able to hit hard. So he's perfect for this. You know what? 3 more turns. Let me just heal. No need to try to actually kill him. He's still doing a lot more damage than I can do to him, so I'm going to go into Emerald Dream. Once this Emerald Dream ends, I'll basically be able to kill the rest of his team, no problem. He's going to go for a survival. And... damn, what an annoying survival. What the hell, that stupid thing is coming down? Oh, it wasn't enough to kill him. Well, whatever. I just zoom in a little bit more, I guess. Alright, now that Fell Corruption's gone, I can just burn him down now. And Emerald Proto Whelp has a really hard-hitting basic attack. And he's doing great. easily able to take out this Bloodbeak who was able to get off a Rain Dance Nocturnal Strike combo. No problem. Yeah, so Emerald Proto Whelp, a very cheap way to just have a backline pet for all the TNN dailies. And he's just really good at surviving and then taking them down very quickly as soon as they're gone. I also use, in addition to the Emerald Proto Whelp, I also use the Hydro Wisp. He's really good at that too. Basically any pet who's able to heal for a crap ton and then do a lot of damage. Hydro Wisp can't do as much damage as the Emerald Proto Whelp, but when he stacks up Arcane Blast, it's still a little bit less, actually, to be honest. Emerald Proto Whelp's a lot better. He's really good for this. He's also good in PvP.